first of all, I took off work just to come here to hear Matt, but then when he asked me to read, I couldn't resist because we used to read together in St. Louis about 8 years ago. So that's why this is particularly cool. We used to read out with some kids from who orchestrated kind of like a community that we called Get Born, and that was kind of how we all started reading together more regularly. So that's what we're excited about. It's easy to find them on the internet. I recommend looking up a lot of that old stuff. It's good stuff. This one's called An Old House. My eyes, I need glasses. Barreling down, the drum hounds stay their doors with lock and bound. Their gnashing cogs of forked claw would scrape and snarl through hallways round. Windows heaving curtains raw, and crashing clock and tinking keeps. A lover's wreath with satin drowns, whose evergreen needle weeps. Woe to waters bitter and brine, and things eternal meant for take. For that forced driven, fated time, and solemn back to stride must make. My heart cannot but shriek the sound, Fortuna's pinch and raised brow, barreling now in smoky thaw, there by a dog as I am found. That one's actually really old. I was surprised to find it. The next two are about the gentleman who keeps me happy who wasn't able to be here tonight. And I wrote one when we first met, and then one after we started dating. And I think they're pretty, so that's why I got them. Of course, I can't help but think, and isn't that always the case? Case like who's the prosecutor, me the defendant, your evidence the occasional doe-eyed glances, sideways grins, is the question man enough, without sexual intention, and very tense, too many thumbs, and one pointing finger, well, 2 or 3. I find myself so thankful that I do not know your touch, that my bedside manner is reserved for me, that curiosity no longer calls me to action. I do not see the work of your hands. I do see the flaws of your character, and how I feel so brown and very deeply chestnut with veiny whites. We're just calling that embers, and that's part 1, and then I got part 2. From your northern horizontal gaze, my own eyes slither downward to breathe and savor the soft angles of your silken form. Beside myself, you are outnumbered. My fingers hush to court your gentle landscape from a ginger distance, hoping my pulse is pining loudly enough that yours will know this acceptance which is unconditional and abundant. Like the skin of fruit, my tongue and teeth are inked by this potent earth, left with nothing else to sing, but disarmed and folded blind, a sweet song sings for me.